Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
My dear brothers and sisters, indeed the fast of Ramadan is obligatory upon us. But who is exempt from the fast? The default is that everybody must fast. First and foremost, the exemptions of all religious obligations are upon children and those who are mentally incapable of thinking properly. In other words, you have to be an adult. An Islamic adult is somebody who has reached puberty. Another category that is exempt from fasting, women who are in their monthly cycles, they are exempt from fasting. In fact, they are not allowed to fast. Unlike children who may fast and they will be rewarded for it and their parents will be rewarded for it. But women in their monthly periods are not allowed to fast. It is forbidden for them to do so. So they need to make up those days after Ramadan is over. Just a note of caution. My dear sisters, many sisters misuse this understanding and they are lazy in taking a bath and they delay it a day or two and then they take a bath, thinking that the obligation of fasting starts when they take a bath. But this is not true. The obligation of fasting starts at the discharge that finishes their period. This is when they are obliged to fast from the next day. The other category of people who are exempt from fasting are the travelers. What constitutes to travel? So commuting to your daily work would not be a travel because you're doing this daily. But going to a neighboring city or town or taking a plane or taking a bus to another place, this constitutes travel. Now, realize, if the travel is easy, like you're sitting in an air-conditioned plane, that doesn't mean that you have to fast. Because the condition for leaving the fast is that you be traveling, not that the traveling be difficult. And this is the mercy of Allah. Allah has made the religion easy for us, so don't make it more difficult. What do? You make it up when you return back to your house. Another category of people who are exempt from fasting are those who are sick. And the sick person has two categories. A permanent sickness, you feed the poor. For example, a person has diabetes and they have to take an intake of food. And included in permanent sickness is old age. In this case, they may give food to the poor. For every single day they do not fast, they feed one poor person. A temporary sickness, if you are sick temporarily, you do not have to feed the poor at all. However, you must make up the fast later on. And the final category that we will talk about, that is the pregnant women and breastfeeding women, those who still have children that are feeding from their mothers. This category, realize firstly, my dear sisters in Islam, just because you are pregnant or breastfeeding, it doesn't mean that you don't have to fast. Rather, if you find fasting extremely difficult, or if you find that if you fast, you might faint because you need the food, or that the doctors sometimes say that your child is in a critical state and you should not deprive them of food for 9, 10, 12 hours, especially in countries where the fasting is extremely long. And this, you need to go to a reputable Muslim doctor. In this case, then you are exempt from fasting. Should you make it up or should you give food? Some scholars say this, others say that. I personally follow the position that you should make up the fast after your pregnancy is over and after the breastfeeding is